It's your girl Tay, and I'm back with another mukbang. So first things first, you guys, definitely make sure you smash that like button. As always, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, plus push the post notification bell button so that when anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. So I have some homemade spaghetti and meatballs, as you can see right here, and I have some Farmer John's Louisiana brand hot links, and then I have the rest of my Bloves sauce for my hot links, because I actually have the hot links with the mukbang that I just put out, I think earlier today, but you guys probably won't see this video until Sunday. So for those of you who made it to the end of the week, happy Sunday. But yeah, I had the hot links with the sauce, and I actually kind of liked it. So, and I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this sauce too, so that I can make myself a fresh batch, because I think I got some seafood boils coming up. So before I get started, let me go ahead and get my little, oh, and to drink, I have vitamin water. Can y'all see? Focus me. Can you focus on? Okay, so let me see if I can get a nice thumbnail for y'all. There. All right, so I'm gonna dive in because I'm actually hungry, and my baby is upstairs taking a nap, and I want to take advantage before he wakes up and wants to be all up in the mix. Farmer John's Louisiana hot links. They taste good with the Bloves sauce, I'm telling you. You guys can see. Oh, and I'm dropping my sausage, y'all. I got me some delicious meatballs. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm gonna bring my food a little bit closer to me. I haven't eaten since this morning, y'all. It's 4 o'clock. The last time I ate was I think it was 10:30 in the morning. I had my favorite, my McChicken McGriddles, the 2 for $3 from McDonald's, and the bottle of Starbucks coffee that you can get from the store, and that was it. So I'm starving. Not really starving, but I'm really hungry, so I thought, why not? I keep saying I'm putting way too much thought into my mukbangs, because it's like I want to give a variety. I don't want it to be the same thing over and over again. But of course, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some like faves that I have. I've seen like the other channels, they have like they do other foods, but they have like their favorite, like for one channel, maybe all seafood mukbangs or seafood boil, but they'll still do other stuff. You know what I mean? So I haven't figured out what my fave is as of yet. So far, it's looking like these hot links and this Bloves sauce is gonna be it, because that actually tastes pretty good to me. So We'll see. I don't know if that's gonna go with every meal, but I was actually craving it today, so that's why it's on my plate. And actually, I was gonna do some scrambled eggs and have me a nice southern breakfast. Scrambled eggs and some hot links and maybe some biscuits, but I didn't feel like it. And I realized I still have some leftover spaghetti. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some work on that. Yeah, my noodles. Angel hair pasta. My favorite type. I do not make spaghetti with the regular size pasta noodles anymore. Angel hair. Cooked al dente. Like, I can't stand no mushy spaghetti. Period. It's got to be soft, but still, it got to be tender, but just a little bit of firmness to it. If that makes any sense. Oh my goodness, I needed that. This is the quietest it has ever been for my mukbangs, you guys. Seriously. The quietest it's ever been. Kids are outside. They had a ball today. Well, I wouldn't say a ball, but considering they've been rolling around with me day in and day out to do my thing and get that money. I was actually going to this community resource event because they give out school supplies and stuff like that. I didn't pay no attention to the flyer that they had other activities going on there. When I got there, they had 2 jumpers, face painting. They were doing free haircuts for the boys. I think manicures or fingernail painting for the little girls. And I can't remember if they had a live band there playing music or whatever. So, you know, I went and got what I needed to get. Oh, and they were also giving out like sack lunches. They had hot dogs and chips and water in a brown paper bag. So they was giving that out. So the kids had just had breakfast, and then maybe an hour later they had some hot dogs and chips and juice and whatever else they had. So they got to run around and play and have some fun. Better for me. So let me get some more sausage. Wow. That right there. That bite did it. Did y'all see that movie? What was it? Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson. It came out, I want to say, what was it, a year or so ago? Man. I gotta give it to Tyler Perry. He highlights so many different things that we, as a people, and I'm not separating it by race, but even though I do believe certain ethnicities are prone to experience certain things in life more than others. But anyway, it's a conversation for another day. He brings light to a lot of different things. And this one in particular was about, you know, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's about a woman who comes into some money. Her mother passes away and leaves her like, what, $300,000 insurance policy or something like that. Excuse me. At the same time, she falls in love with a man. Well, he's not a bad dude. He cheats on her during their, the early part of their relationship during college. He cheats on her. And, you know, she's, some people will say she's crazy, but let's just say, you know, she goes from 0 to 100 real fast. Like so many people do. I know in certain situations I can. So she ends up hurting herself in the process of trying to confront them. I ain't gonna tell you the details, but she hurts herself in a way that prevents her from having children moving forward. So they get married, and you know, throughout the years she's running through her, you know, her inheritance or whatever, spending it. Majority of it is going towards this guy. He's in college. He's not working. You know, he's just very lazy. That's his biggest downfall. He doesn't beat her or anything like that. But, you know, for a woman, when a man is in the household and he's always got an excuse as to why he can't do this and that and the third. But us as women, we always got to carry the burden and keep going and going and going and going and going. And we don't get no time out. We don't get no breaks. We don't get to say, you know, why don't you take care of it for a while and let us chill. You know, that's essentially what she was going through. And so it got to a point where he had come in contact with the woman that he had cheated on her with in the earlier years of their relationship. And she thought he was cheating, and he wasn't. He was actually communicating with this person for professional reasons, but he neglected to tell her. So it didn't make him look good, and I think that was, you know, kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, and she broke up with him. He was persistent. He was intelligent. You know what I mean? He had his degree, and eventually he made it. He received a large lump sum of cash for an invention that he created. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was $10 million or something like that. She lost her house dealing with this dude. She lost her house. Her sisters, who had gave him a job, they almost lost their company dealing with this dude. So I'm saying that so that you guys will understand the next part. He ended up going and buying back the house. They were divorced already, but he went and bought back the house. And then gave her, I think, what was it, $2 million on top of that. Say he was sorry. And then that time they were separated, he ended up getting with the woman that he had cheated on her with. And so now this woman is living the life that he basically promised the one that he was divorced with. So there was like a lot of controversy on this movie about how some people were saying, you know, he was wrong, she was wrong, because in the end, she ultimately went crazy, the ex-wife. She ultimately went crazy and snuck on their yacht that he had purchased and tried to kill them, basically. And in the end, she ended up dying. When I looked at the aspect in which Tyler Perry was trying to take this movie, he was saying that a lot of people, when they tell certain stories like this, they don't tell the whole story. They don't tell you how the woman got to this point. Not saying that her actions were correct, that she had a right to try to take these people's lives. I don't condone violence under no circumstances whatsoever. Let me just put that out there. But he was saying that's all they tell you. Oh, she was just crazy. She tried to kill people. Same thing they did to Lorena Bobbitt. Oh, she was crazy. She just snipped the man's sausage. Nobody knew. Not even me. Nobody knew. Until I saw a documentary and heard from other people, you know, regarding the Lorena Bobbitt subject, that this is the only man she had ever been with. She left her family, went straight to this man. This man was physically abusive. This man was raping her. This man was also chauvinistic. He was cheating on her. The day that she sniffed his sausage, he had actually just raped her. He had came home. He was drunk. You know what I mean? She was in torture. She was being traumatized for, years, and had her breaking point. And I said, that's a scenario that I think all of us can relate to, including myself. It may not be as extreme. It may be as extreme. It may be worse. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, it doesn't matter. Abuse is abuse. The manipulation, the mind games I feel like people play, and I'm not trying to put it all on men because women do it too. You know what I'm saying? Women will go out there and try to live with you. Basically, they want to have their cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? Gold diggers. And I feel like make it hard for the rest of us to present ourselves. But back onto the movie, the point I'm trying to make is, like I said, people don't tell the whole story. And although I don't condone her violence at the end, my thing was her sisters, her family knew how she was. Nobody put any energy in to try to get her any help, any mental help. On top of the fact that I understand both sides. I understand her side for feeling like I've stood by this man for so many years. I can't have any children. This woman is pregnant. She's basically living the life. You know what I mean? He didn't fight for me. I stayed in this relationship with him, which for her was fighting for him while he was getting himself together. And then the first chance he got, he just walked away and said, forget it. I moved on to somebody else. Men don't really understand how that could spark some very dangerous emotions in a woman. Again, I'm not saying it's right, but I feel like if a man asserts a certain type of aggression, it's like it's the norm or it's okay. We'll say, oh, men should hit women or whatever the case may be. But to a certain degree, I feel like it's accepted because they're men. And they're supposed to be tough and grr and all of that nonsense. But for a woman, when she's had enough and she goes to the other side, you know what I'm saying? And flips out and has a Lord of the Rings moment. She's crazy. She bitter. She everything in the book. So I encourage you guys to check that movie out. It was really, really good. It made me cry. It really sparked some questions within myself. And yeah, that's like the main point I was getting to. It really sparked some questions within myself. Some things that I want to look at. Some inner work that I need to do within myself. Because I always say, we're humans and we are going to make mistakes. But that shouldn't be the excuse for every time you make a mistake. The goal is to elevate and to be better tomorrow than you were today and the day before. So you can't do that if you don't learn from these mistakes. And if you continue to excuse yourself from these mistakes rather than being accountable. So whew, goodness. I don't really I like this one. I think my favorite one, I think it was a dragon fruit one. I think it's Power C or something like that. If y'all got any suggestions for these types of drinks like vitamin water, doesn't Sobe have a type of vitamin water? I think I saw it. I had a faucet at what was it, Farmer Boys, the burger place. They had it as one of the selections, and I tasted it, and it tastes similar to this. And I said, I wonder. Well, obviously, if they have it there, but you know what I mean. I want to go to the store now and see what are the different options and flavors that they have for the bottles. But I'm really trying to cut back on sodas and do some more healthy eating. Although this ain't it. But, you know, I'm doing some salad. Some salad mukbangs. Chicken salad mukbangs. I'm really proud of myself, y'all. I can't guarantee next week is going to be like this, but so far, I think I said this in the other mukbang too. I think I'm doing really, really good. Like I said, I can't guarantee it's going to be like this every day. But once I get started, and this is the thing with myself. This is one of the things that I want to work on with myself. Once I get started, I'll get up and get motivated and feel inspired. I'll do good for like 24 to 72 hours. And then I'll be pooped. And I'll fall back into the same habits all over again. And then get mad when I don't see the results that I want to see. So that's definitely something that I need to work on. Because I feel like if I just present certain aspects of my life with a little bit more discipline and stay consistent. Like, I'm a really organized person for the most part. But then on the other hand, there's a lot of stuff that I just wing. And it's like, you can't be, you know, like there is no shades of gray, in my opinion, with certain things. You're either going to be this way or you're not going to be this way. And so when you teeter-tottering, trying to still figure out which way you want to go, that's like a recipe for chaos and destruction. Don't matter what it is. Don't matter. As y'all can see, I tore this up. I tore it up. But if I made it this far to the video, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I know my kids is gonna be and they feelings. I got something in my tooth. I know that's nasty to dig in my teeth in front of people, but I can't help it. But yeah, I know my kids gonna be feeling some type of way. Cause I sure told them we was gonna be doing mukbangs together, and we still will. Don't let them kids stress me out, hell. But anyways, you guys, as always, I'm gonna end on learn to live, love, elevate. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace.